a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted. That's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign letters.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
58, come on. Let's go, D. 6 seconds.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. To throw is Breeze. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Breeze. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 38-yard line. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll run. Murray. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out. Third quarter action, and this offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. They'll roll him out right. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Well, those 2 have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
Let's go, boy. Let's go.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints able to... Now the offense back out. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure.
Up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. all we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Ready? 5-9. Right there, 54 Mike. I got him.
On first down, Breeze. And his first look is incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Breeze to throw. Forced out to his left. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get 7 out of it, but it brings up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Breeze going to throw. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. Ted Ginn's going to go. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. To throw, it's Breeze. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now look at the numbers for Thomas from a week ago. 7 catches, 133 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how...
Ted Ginn's gonna go! Touchdown, New Orleans! Ted Ginn. We pick it. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for New Orleans,
Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. This team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch it lose.
Can't do it again.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
59, Mike is 59, Mike's at 59.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 15 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. It's been mentioned all week long about going out and getting him the rushing title. He'll see the ball, and he'll see it often.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. There's Breeze, and that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Ross Cockrell, there to knock that one away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers. This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 21st touchdown of the season. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze looking long for Thomas. It got his man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 39 yards there. A big one. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. Breeze now on 1st down as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again has it complete. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Last week, several good performances in the NFC, but he was the conference's offensive player of the week, well over 100 yards.
And just the ability to make catches. You know, that gets underplayed sometimes because we're always looking for the move or the big run. But catch the football consistently, that racks up the yardage.
Ready? You ready? Watch the slant.
Now Kamara. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run, watch the run.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best moment.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. K1 Short, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. Brees going to sneak it, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Now this time, Brees will throw. And it's complete. What a catch at the 7. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll run it with Kamara. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Brees. Looking for Thomas. He's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas as the first half is winding down. And the Saints able to stretch that. It'll be a 1st and 10 coming up as this offense takes over possession of the football in the 3rd quarter.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Hey, kill. Over.
Throwing on first down is Brees. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season He needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Ready?
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And some room to roam now. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 29 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run.
Ready?
Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Big stop, let's go.
On the ground, Kamara. He's got daylight. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 78 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And we have reached we are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Let's put that team on the bus.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the second.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He's still